And hello, this is the recap from Mercury. We are back for season 2. I'm Scott,
I'm Jetman, and we're
and
back, baby.
we are we are back at it. Glad to be back. And this episode is a good one to come back on. We are this week sponsored by RightStuff.com, and in particular, the Ariel mobile suit metal build action figure. This thing comes with it comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with a stand that you can display it on. Very nice big metal build kit with, beam saber and a bunch of effect parts and some cool shield bits. And it comes with its own batteries because it's got LEDs up in this thing. That is rightstuff.com. Link in the description so they know that we sent you and to give us some money. That's how all this works. But
We like some
otherwise,
money.
we should just get into it. We are back with season 2, and it is episode 13, the Envoys from the Earth. This is directed by 3 people. We are split between Masatoshi Hikata, who is young. He's better known for boards and key animation, but he just worked on Komi Can't Communicate as board artist. We had Mo Suzuki, who did keyframes on Build Fighters Try and was an episode director on Kaguya-sama. And rounding out our directors is Akira Toba, who was an episode director on Turn A. He worked on Ergo Proxy. He worked on Darker Than Black. And our writer for the episode is Yasuhiro Nakinashi, who worked on Carol and Tuesday as a screenwriter and also a screenwriter on Kaguya-sama. And we pick up 2 weeks after shit went down.
And shit most certainly went down, yes. First things first, Elon is flashy now. Like, Elon 5 is... He's a sassy... It's sassy.
He is
like he's
fancy.
waving his hands around and doing a hip thing and just...
Like they make a point of drawing how he places his feet, and that's actually ballet positioning you're seeing him move through. So this body double came with a bit of training.
But yeah, he's fancy now. And somebody points out, man, he's like a whole new person.
Cecilia knows.
Again, we're not hitting the subtlety anymore.
We also get the Jetter girls and the Grassley girls just feuding on the couch, which is not... Yes. You're not allowed to feud on the couch. The couch is for being sassy.
Well, they can do both. We find out that Suletta is fighting in the rebuild Ariel in a gauntlet match. They finally tell us there's a rule. The holder has to, as long as there's a challenge, he has to fight every 2 weeks. But because of everything that happened, there's build back. So she has to fight 5 back to back to back to back to back. There's one after the other. And I really like that they show, okay, these people who have been waiting these 5 weeks, they have a strategy. It doesn't work, but they have a strategy. They build, you see, they all have extra thick, crazy armor on it. And one of them even, it's got these big, giant shoulder pads. She shoots it and it bounces right off. He's like, ha-ha! And then the funnels come on and cut everything off. It's like, never mind. I like this. You guys have got a strategy. You're planning. It didn't work, at all, but good job trying.
I mean, we get introduced to 5 MS and we see them all wrecked within 30 seconds each. I like the look of these guys too much to see them go. I like.
Hey, look at that cool suit! Boom! Look at that. What's left of that cool suit?
Yeah. Oh, that's some interesting wreckage.
There was a really cool heavy armored sumo thing. That's cool. Yeah. Too bad.
I like the one with the jet powered pizza cutter thing.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah. There's some really neat things there. You'll never see them again.
Yeah, no, there's the one with...
Because these are obviously all, prototypes that other houses came up with. Okay, let's see how this does. Shit!
Yeah, there's the one with the 6 arms, and I don't... she doesn't even tag the 6 arms one's horn. The wreckage spins and breaks it.
Yeah. I feel like sorry for like whoever designed these things. You know, you can tell that someone put a lot of effort. I mean, not talking story wise. I'm talking in real life. It's like, okay, I'm going to design this mech. What's going to happen to it? The Gundam's going to eat it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, like you
Oh
sat down
crap!
and put in the work, and you know what?
And in story, that works too. The engineers, the designers, the mechanics, they all built this thing. All right, we're going to take it to the Gundam. Boom! Crap!
Yeah, and as we're seeing this, we also see that the support crew, that Marty and the Leak are having a bit of trauma reactions.
Hmm.
They're a little squirrely. They're not as happy to be hearing the loud noises and the beams going off.
I can see that with Marty, but I really thought the leak would take that better. Apparently, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Of
no.
course, having a whole bunch of people die around you and death and explosions everywhere kind of messes with you a little bit.
Yeah, no. I understandably upset. We get the new OP. It's okay. I think I listened to the longer version and it's better. The TV cut is dropping some stuff. There's some good changes in the
I'm
middle.
jumping ahead and I don't care. The OP is like, it's forgettable. There's nothing great about it, nothing terrible about it. It's just there. The ending, holy
Ooh,
crap.
that's good. That is not.
We'll talk about that when we get there, but
Yeah, we'll get
like,
there.
wow.
And it
But
turns
yes,
out.
Bob's brother is now the head of the family and running their house or their company, pardon me, because well, Bob's missing somewhere, and Dad has come down with a strong case of death.
Yep. So yeah. There is some scheming and backstabbing in the corporate council chambers, and also just a bit of exposition from last time. In case you missed, in case it's been I don't know 4 months since you watched it.
Hmm.
We also find out that we're gonna do the school festival episode. We're a high school
Yeah,
show. We're properly getting a school festival episode.
essentially, yeah, it's like welcoming new or prospective students. It's
Yeah.
like, isn't this like the most expensive school in the world? Prospective students is if you can afford it, you're in.
You still have to have open house day. Like Yale
I
has
get
open house day.
okay.
Take people on tours.
Harvard doesn't. Harvard's the same way. You get the scores and you get the money, you're in. Otherwise, get the hell out.
We also
Um,
find out that the the corporate council has hushed up the events at Plant Quetta, and I guess so. Everyone just has to keep quiet and act normal, which is they're doing great at it. They're all totally fine with acting normal, given that they all
Shadiq
almost
is
died.
Shadiq is doing exactly what it's doing in season one, lying to basically everyone, including
Yes.
us. I'm including us as the viewer, and probably even the Grassly Gal. So you can't trust a damn thing that comes out of his mouth. He said so many things to so many different people. I'm not even sure he can keep it straight.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the corporate, like the Benerit group, is launching warships at Earth. They're going to invade Earth to find the Dawn of Fold space crime syndicate, and and that's like they don't and they have not announced why. They don't have to announce why they're invading the Earth. That's how
Yeah.
that
Well,
this is.
it's Dawnfall doesn't seem like a monstrous organization. It does seem fairly big, but I'm like, you're invading Earth. Earth is pretty damn big and pretty damn broad.
It's
Okay,
pretty big.
I mean, there's a lot of Earth on Earth. Okay, trying to find a handful of people on Earth is tricky. Ask Osama. It took us a while.
It was tricky.
I
And
mean, we did it, but it took us a good long while.
yeah, people can hide. People can hide. It
In
turns out that
caves and in apartment buildings.
yeah. So we had Prospera and Mio are still being held as persons of interest. They both think they might be. The corporate council rightly assumes this is an inside job. They just think it's either Prospera, who has a stated reason to want people dead, and Mio, who might want her dad dead, but she's actually kind of warming up on him. It's easy to like someone when they're comatose. It's a lot
Well,
easier to like someone when they're comatose.
yeah, we find out that the injury he suffered is a spinal injury, which before that I was thinking, I can see them using the gun format, but what kind of injury did he have? Oh, he's just spinal injury. Yeah, they're using the gun format to save him. That's how
Yeah,
that's going to work. They're
that's
going
how
to
they're
turn him into a
reconnecting his
cyborg.
legs. That's how they're reconnecting
Yeah, he's
his
going to be.
legs.
He will be a cyborg by the end of this. But I was going to say, yeah, Mio is like, really? Do you really think Mio could pull this off? I think you're stretching. Prospera, yeah, up until the last episode, we thought it was too, so that's fair.
And then we get a scene where Suletta tries to talk to Nika, and she says some reassuring things, and Nika's squirrely, and she has a big wrench. They spent a lot of time looking at that wrench. Nika's gonna murder someone with that wrench within soon.
It's the old shotgun on the wall on a plaything.
Yeah.
That's there for a reason. Yeah, I think it's interesting the way Suletta's acting. She is desperate, like absurdly desperate to keep everyone happy, keep everyone pepped up, and like it's like Suletta, you know everyone's kind of traumatized by what happened. You know you turned a guy into a fine paste. Yet she's the one that's trying to pick everybody else up and keep them all perky and happy and going along and cheering everybody on. Like something's odd is going on here.
Yeah. Oh, and then surprise, we get some transfer students. Sophie
And guess who they
and
are?
Noria. Totally normal transfer students.
Yeah, Soletta embarrassed now is my new thing because Sophie comes up and she's all fangirling out on her and calling her sister and how excited she is to me, how excited she is to meet her. And Soletta embarrassed in celebrity mode is just that's my new favorite thing. She's like so excited and so happy.
Well, and she just like they just push her buttons. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna be my big sis, and she just like, I have to be someone's big sister, and she just activates. She goes into the mode.
Oh yeah, she's been waiting for this. She's been waiting for this for a while. We get remember last season I talked about how if I was going to walk down the hall a dark alley with one of the others, Sophia and Nerea, I'd pick Nerea. After this episode, I'd like to change my answer.
Yeah, Noria will cut you. She will cut you.
Yes, and she has a knife on her at all times, whether you see it or not.
Yeah, I don't know where that knife was, but I know where it's going next. In my guts.
Right.
In my guts. I'm going to need a robot spleen.
And we also find out all this time what she's been drawing. Not the most pleasant images. I thought, oh, she's drawing scenery. Oh, she's drawing all these nice things. Oh, skulls, cobwebs, spiders. That doesn't raise any flags.
Yeah, no. We also get a delightful montage of Sophie just being a full-on gremlin. Just she steals one of the Haro scooter. Like she messes.
She goes on Tony Hawk on us.
The Jeep. She steals one of the Haro scooters. She just steals a Haro. It's in her house now.
The world's a playground. She's gonna play.
Yeah, no, like just Sophie going full gremlin mode. Marty does check in with Nika as well. He doesn't want to blackmail her. Apparently, the only person not blackmailing Nika right now is Marty. He's just checking in to make sure she's okay, because Marty is a good boy. He is a nice man. He's going to die.
Yeah, Marty's screwed.
Marty is now top of the guys who are gonna die list.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, the nice guy doesn't make it through Gundam. Ask Biscuit.
I mean, okay, Eno made it, but like not a lot of people died in Double Zeta.
Well, Double Zeta is the weird inverse. Like nobody dies in Zeta, even the people who most deserve it. Like the only villain who ever didn't die at the end of Gundam show was in Double Zeta, and that's because death would be too good for her.
Yeah. And we also find out that as part of the school festival, there's a battle royale. Like everyone just gets to beat up on the holder. I'm sure, and no one told Suletta this because no one tells Suletta things.
Well, I don't blame it. It's like, well, she just did a 5 gauntlet match and did it in like 5 minutes, and that might have been overclocking it.
Yeah.
And most of those minutes were just transferring from one field to the next.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you got a battle royale. Really? Yeah. You're in the Gundam. You probably win it in 20 minutes. And 15 of those minutes will be the introductions.
Yeah. We then we and as they're talking about how they're gonna have a rough time, fighting it out in the Rumble ring. It's like, hey, where are the transfer students and where's Nika? That seems bad. What? Why? They're if you can't see them, they are in trouble. That's what they've already learned. And it turns out that our Earth girls are stealing the Pharact. They're just stealing it.
And worst part is
Can't pull the data off of it. Can't pull the data, so we're just gonna have to steal the whole thing.
Or blow it up. I think they're talking about this. If we can't take it, just blow it up. We're gonna have to do it sooner or later. Might as well do it now. And Elon doesn't know exactly what they're doing. It's like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And he just kind of sits back and watches.
Yeah. Nika rushes in to confront them about doing obvious crimes, and they just go to murder mode. Nora's gonna stomp her, just stomp her dead. And Suletta comes in full Tony Hawk mode, power slide to save the day, then picks Nika up and runs away, fireman carrying this girl. It is great. We do see that Nika can't really prove anything about what's going on with the Dawn of Fold and how they got into the school, and they ruin her one piece of evidence. And so Jeff is just here. I don't know where Jeff wandered off to.
I'm back.
Okay.
Dog had to go outside.
All right. Fair enough.
Anyway, Nika wants to be a bridge between Earth and space. So far, she's burned that bridge, rebuilt it, and burned it again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Nika's not handling this well. Sophie has
she got
no
cussed
table
out
manners.
for her privilege. She got cussed out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't just assume that you'll get along with everyone, that the system will support you. You got to blow everything up.
Interesting. When Nika's, threatening him, Sophie jumps off the Gundam.
Yeah.
Like, she jumps off waist high. I'm like, that's the equivalent of like a 2-story building, and kicks Nika.
That's
and
30,
Nika just falls over. Ow.
30
like,
feet. She's trailing a line, but it's slack. It's not actually providing drag.
So is like the girls from Earth like also super soldiers?
Oh, I mean,
and why is Nika's not arm shattered?
Yeah, it's unclear. Maybe it is broken. She just seemed to be treating it like a baby.
The only other thing I can think is maybe they're in a low gravity environment, so she didn't come down as fast as we think.
It could be reduced G. It could be.
I don't know. Either way, I'm like, did she just jump off a Gundam?
Yeah,
there's a reason every one of those things have little step ladders you can go down in.
They've got the ladders, and they've got like the little rope things that you hook your foot into.
Yeah, or they got the forklift, which is just a scissor jack with a platform on it.
Yeah.
Nobody climbs into these things.
Yeah. And Suletta decides that the only way to stop this, is to just challenge them to a duel.
Oh, you forgot she slides in literally on one of the Haro scooters, and as it's happening, I'm going, Ridge Racer!
Yeah, like someone set that to the initial D music.
Yeah. I mean, it's straight out of Ridge Racer Initial D, just slide it in.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, then we get duel coming up next. The Earth Girls versus Suletta. I don't know if they'll be in the Ferris Act with their own suits, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we get the ending sequence, and oh my god!
Oh, this is so good. It is. Like Gundam. I'm gonna say that Gundam, as a rule, tends to do much better with its openings than its endings. It's just as songs,
Not
just as
here.
songs. But here it's like, oh man, that
this
was
is this is incredible. We get to see like Shaletta with her hair down. She's in this gown. She's waving her arms around, and you see the different funnels flying around. She splits into 6 people, and they represent the funnels. Again, we're not being subtle anymore.
Yeah,
And she's swinging around in circles with her girl, and it's just like, and the music is amazing. I'm like, this
yeah.
is one of, if not the best ending songs for a Gundam series.
I mean, like
I know that covers a lot of ground, and I don't care. It's in the top 5, no matter what you say.
yeah, no, like I mean, comparing it to, I mean, I was a really big sucker for the first 001, the back horn, and I really also I also really liked Orphan's Tears in Iron Blooded Orphans. That was their first closer.
Seed had good ones. Destiny had better intro than outro, but Seed had a couple of good ending ones.
Yeah.
Wing, I don't care. I enjoyed Wings. It wasn't the best, but I enjoyed
Just
Wings.
Love.
Yeah.
With the rhinos, Safari Relina.
I like that because Relina and then ending always looks like you just farted in the same elevator as her. And she's giving you the glare. Like,
Yeah.
really? Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is top of the line. Great.
Top of the line, great stuff. And we get a post-credit scene, so hopefully you stuck around. But Prospera may have been up to something with Delling. It's called the Quiet Zero, a Gund technology that will end all war in a way that is probably totally safe, legal, and not horrifying. Absolutely safe and legal.
Okay. Time for my wild predictions. Because that went so well in season 1.
Yeah.
Wild prediction. That big white Gundam thing that everyone's talking about, that's Quiet Zero. It is going to be a Gundam that is, we're always talking about how many levels could Shaletta get to, or how high could Ariel go. Quiet Zero is going to be the thing that goes, off the chart, crazy levels. Like, okay, we've developed a suit that is so far ahead of everybody else. There is literally no point to fighting us because we will win every single time, no matter what you throw. We're so far ahead of the game. It's like bringing an A-10 Warthog to a medieval battle. I don't care what you do, you're done.
See, I think it's the other way. I think this is some sort of mind control device.
Also possible.
I think
because there's mind control going on around here too.
I think this just sort of fries everyone's nerves, and it brings about peace because everyone's in a coma. It's easy to like people when they're in a coma.
Yes. It is called Quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's called Zero.
Yeah. That is my guess. It is Angel Halo, Lotus Eater Machine, something. Yep.
So you're going the mind control route. I'm going the Miliardo peacecraft route. Create something so horrible and terrifying that nobody ever wants to have to fight again. You just want to lobotomize everybody whoever wants to fight again. So guess what? No more wars.
Yeah. And that is the episode. That is the episode. We are back. I was worried. I am really glad that this found a way to set itself up, find its feet around, find its feet after 4 months off, and then immediately get the ball rolling again. Because you compare it to something else Okuchi worked on, Code Geass, that went back to zero. Like, that was a show that in season 2 took 4 episodes to catch up to itself. I was really happy at the pace on this.
I was expecting a bigger time gap. I thought they'd say, okay, 3 months later. No, it's only been like 2-3 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks is what the plot synopsis says, and it feels about right. And I like this. I like this. I like what they're setting up, and I hope they can keep this energy going for the whole season because I'm really liking this show.
Yes.
Also, where is
Bandai,
Bob?
if you're listening,
Where is Bob?
Yes.
I hope Bob is okay. Everyone's favorite new character, Bob, needs to be okay.
I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing, but I guarantee when he shows up, he's wearing a mask.
Maybe.
It might be a clown mask. It might be a construction outfit, and he's Bob the Builder. I can dream.
Safety goggles. Just big safety goggles.
Tinted safety goggles.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, yeah, that's part
Tinted
of the,
red
that's
safety
part of the
goggles.
safety.
It's 3 times faster and 3 times safer.
Yes.
Uh,
So, again,
please let him show up in like a red goggles, construction hat, and a vest, and he goes, "It's 3 times safer."
3 times more visible. So this episode has been brought to you by RightStuff.com and the Metal Build Aerial. It comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with batteries for its LEDs. It comes with beam saver parts. It comes with shield parts. It comes with cool beam effect parts for the gun. It comes with storage options for all of it. It looks darn cool, and if you get it from RightStuff.com through the link in the description, it benefits us. It benefits us just a little bit. But otherwise, I will say that the audio version of this is available on your podcatcher of choice. If you're listening to this on your podcaster of choice, leave a rating, or a review, or tell a friend, because that's how these shows go on. But until next time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.